We are live. Good evening. And actually, as I set out with my good evening, good morning, wherever you at, I felt called to call upon you with this vibration of unconditional love that shared with us tonight in the sacred space of Nerika healing. In our sacred space tonight, we are so blessed with the consciousness of the dragon, the keeper of the truth, and a very beautiful, beautiful light being, Wei Shower, who's gonna be joining me tonight on our episode of In Oneness. In Oneness is taking me and taking you beautiful friends of Nerika into this journey of expansion, the journey of connecting back to the source of love and light. Wherever you're at in the world, we welcome you into our space. We are live on the Nerika Healing Facebook page. We are also live on my YouTube channel, Era Light channel. Wherever you at, you can join us. If you cannot make it to the live today, which I call upon all of you to come and join in this incredible space and bask in the unconditional love of the dragons. You can ask all your questions to my beautiful guest and share your thoughts on the subject and share also your expansion and your experiences. So if you cannot make it to the live, our replay are always available. And we calling upon you this greatest energy of ascension, the greatest energy of expansion, and the greatest energy of oneness, that this whole program and the frequency of this program and the guests and the topics that are brought forth are here to aid us in this beautiful transformation into the light, into recognizing and remembering the fractal self, into remembering who we are. And through the remembrance, we are becoming closer and closer to that self, the highest self, that it is all wise, that it's all loving, that it's all compassion. So the more we are awakening to this beautiful self, the more I can say we're reaching a state of in oneness. And in oneness is not only within ourselves, that oneness is not aligning myself to all myself. It's not only about aligning myself to the creator, is not only aligning myself to all of creation. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond this cosmos. It goes beyond all dimensions. When I act and embody that state of unconditional love, I become one with all of the creation. And my beautiful, beautiful sister, healer, cosmic weaver, Gayatri Singh, is here in our sacred space tonight to share her journey of expansion, her journey of awakening, her journey with the dragons, for all dragon lovers out there, the consciousness of the dragons, the keeper of the truth and the wisdom. And through her artwork and through her deck of cards and through all channelings, Gayatri is contributing to the expansion of humanity and the healing of all of us and for Mother Earth. And this alignment that is happening, the great portals that are opening for us, they are happening for our highest good. It is just a matter of recognizing and acknowledging that I am not here alone. I am part of this great cosmos, and I am here to weave it with all of its beings. Welcome to my space, to our sacred space. Gayatri Singh, beautiful sister, please unmute your microphone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's so wonderful to connect with you, and especially because you're in India. So that is very special to me. So where would you like me to start? It's been a long,
this one.
It's been a long journey for all of us. And as we know that everyone is going through a lot right now, and it's been really, really intense since last year. But now it's going to get even more intense, and each one of us, we've just got to, hold space wherever we are and stay present and not let anything, divert us from all the work that we have put until now. Everything that has gone in is coming up to the surface now and showing up for us. So that's something I would like to share my experience and discuss with anyone who is open to receiving this information.
We're here to receive you with an open heart and just ready to go with that expansion, your wisdom and the wisdom of the dragon through you to share with us. There are a couple of points that like they're just coming into the surface. What's coming forth for humanity, it's going to be escalated, but we got the tools, Gayatri. We have been through this for the past many months, and this past year had really been a kind of like bringing everything to the surface, and we have learned a lot through it. And I feel like having the tools that we have, whether your cards, the wisdom of the dragon that you share, whether the singing bowls that I share, whether the channelings that others are sharing, so the tools are now available also. As much as the whole situation is gonna get tense, as much as we have been prepared for it.
Right. We have all been receiving a lot of information, and everyone is bringing their work together and bringing all the information out so that we can all put it together. It's not just you and me. There's I'm glad there's like so many people. For a long time, I thought I was all alone, and then once I opened up to the people who are like me and you, there's so much support and there's so much information that it's overwhelming sometimes, yes, but that's what we're all here to do, and we're finally coming into exactly what we need to do, each one of us. So we have the tools, we have everything. We've just got to now hold our frequency and stand, because what I was shown was that we are each placed in different areas. Like you're in Manali, I'm here. I was not very happy to be here, but as the plan goes, you understand it slowly. We are all like pillars of light wherever we are, and we have been asked to expand that light and hold space for each area that we have been planted in, if I may say so. So
that's exactly the point that I have been pondering on since we spoke on the phone last week, that and that the message that came through to me, that we are planted where we needed to be. Like I've been living here for the past 4 years, and I asked that question at numerous times. Why here? Why this specifically here? And I think you same with you when you were asked to build your house in Ajmer, and then we come to realize it later on that we are needed to be plotted, to be seeded actually in particular geographic locations, and to weave together. And I love the word weaver in your description of who you are and what you do. And this is exactly what we're doing together with the little bits of downloads that we're receiving, each one of us. We are weaving this transformation and this healing. And yes, we are where we exactly needed to be.
Yeah. The name came through a few last year, or maybe a year before that, when the dragons came up. So as you know, I had a spontaneous awakening with the dragons when I was clearing my land, the house. And they just, I had never experienced such a forceful energy before that. I mean, I've had elemental experiences and beings showing up and galactic experiences, but this was very different. This was all there. It was strong, and never have I felt anything like this before. So when I asked the energy, what was it all about? Because at first I thought maybe I've done something wrong and, disturbed something in the land and I'm not supposed to do, but they were very clear. They said, if I want to see them, I have to start painting them. I had never painted before. So I was not very confident, but I did. And once I started painting, it was like the door had opened and I could not stop painting after that. Every day.
I'm just gonna keep them on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just as just a little bit of energy booster for us.
Yeah, so every day I was painting for about more than a year. And once I had done about 50 paintings, I didn't even know why I was painting them. I just was painting it. I didn't know what was going to happen after that. So once I had done around 50 paintings, they clearly said, I have to bring it out. I have to bring the information out. I have to bring the frequency out. So every painting has codes in it. The color frequency, the codes that are present there are directly channeled through them. It's not my thing at all. Every card that I've made with this is brings out a healing frequency and carries with it an activation code. So once they said I need to bring it out, the best way I thought, for art to be out is through cards. So I made the deck. There's 48 different dragons in the deck. And once the deck was out, it was like strange because it was at the time when the lockdown happened. And as soon as the lockdown opened, my cards were out and I mean, my friends and people who I know have got them all over the world. After that, there was like a time when I needed to process all of it, because as soon as the cards were out, I didn't realize it would be so physical. I actually went through a birthing process physically for about 2 weeks, where I experienced like a real birth experience with all of them. And once that was done, I was able to process everything that had come through in the last 1.5 years. So after that, I've had a series of other experiences with different dragons. And there's been other beings that came through to take me through the next process of what I needed to do. Because as you know, this is a never-ending process. You have to keep going. And so in October, I had dragon come up, and he I didn't know what I was painting then. It was just the portal in the head of the dragon. And once I had painted that, I left it there. I knew it was not complete. There was something missing there. And after a few days, I could see a dolphin swimming near the dragon. So the blue one, yeah. So after a few days, I added the dolphin and it was complete. I didn't know what that was because I had not received any information. It was like, okay, I've made something, I left it. And after a few days, I had a Lyran being that walked through. It was like that walked through my bedroom. It was a very lucid experience. I was awake. It was at night. And she walked through the walls of my house and walked through my bedroom. And she gave me this information telepathically, obviously, that we have made it to the other side. We have shifted timelines and we've made it on the other side. Well, I didn't know what to make much of it. I started painting her and I could feel everything realigning and shifting while I was painting her. And once the painting was complete, but I was not very convinced with the information because I was struggling with some physical issues at that time. And I had this constant irritation in my throat, and it was physically, getting to me because it felt like a lump in my throat which just wouldn't go. I tried all kinds of medicines, nothing was happening, it wouldn't shift. So I was questioning this information, and I said, if we've made it on the other side, well, it's not me, because I'm still struggling with things which don't seem right to me. So anyways, I put that information on the side, and I asked, because I had been working constantly on clearing this, and in a few experiences in my meditation, I went through previous lifetime experiences where I had struggled with issues with communication and not being able to speak my truth. And anytime I did speak my truth, it was not taken very well. So I closed down in those lifetimes, and all of that was still going on in my physical. So I asked, in one of my meditations, I said, I need to get to the core of this information because I need to clear this. It doesn't seem right. And that's when one of the days when I woke up, I saw Anubis standing by my bedside. And I thought I had died. So it's like when you wake up and you see Anubis on the side, there's no way that you can think that he's actually standing there. I thought I had died. I checked myself around and I said, okay, I don't know what's going on here. I started painting him. And while I was painting him, he took me through a journey of a lifetime in Egypt, where I was buried alive only because I had refused to help somebody resurrect a child that had died. And so I had to pay the price for not cooperating. And I was buried alive, and I saw myself underground with my head outside, and I saw the entire city burning. And a voice said to me, you will remember this for many lifetimes. Oh, that was very painful. It was very traumatic. Like how they have the writings on the wall in Egypt. I saw those writings in my throat, in the sides of my throat. It was like the walls were in my throat. And for about 10 days, I was depressed. I went through an entire life review of everything that I had suffered in that lifetime. And after 10 days, the lump was gone. And Anubis said, there will be many people right now who will receive life reviews like we do when we cross over. But now we have the gift to go through those life reviews while we are here in the present moment and clear it out. So I had my life review there, and after 10 days of sadness and sorrow, and I cried, and I just purged it all out, the lump was gone, and I was feeling much better after that. And soon after that, I started painting Merlin. He was around, and while I was painting him, I saw myself walking with him, and he was, like when a father figure walks with you and explains how to deal with situations. That's exactly what was going on with him. So he would come and we would be walking, and there was a dragon walking with us as well, which is in the painting. And while we were walking on this road, he was explaining to me everything that's going on right now. And he said, not to focus on the external because it's going to get very chaotic. Keep your focus on where you are, and just keep looking forward, keep moving forward, no matter how challenging it gets, no matter how distracted you may feel. And no matter who is pulling you on the side. So on the sides of the road, I saw like, like complete chaos. There was so much disturbance happening on both sides. So that message came through very clearly, and once I was able to understand what exactly he was trying to show me. Another experience came through, and this was like totally in the physical. So on all these experiences happened from October, November, December, January, and in February, in the middle of the night, I turned around to sleep, and there was like this pop sound that came from my neck, and I thought I broke my neck just by turning, and my head was spinning. I could not sit or sleep or do anything. All night, I just sat on my bed, and I had severe vertigo. I could not function for the next 2 weeks after that. After a few days, I realized that this portal that I had painted in October with the dragon and the dolphin, that portal had opened physically in me. And that's when it all, that's when I began to join the dots and understand exactly what I was shown and what's happening. So anytime I close my eyes now, I see this portal open in my forehead, and this dolphin swims in and out of it, and she swims around me. She's been helping me, align with this energy, align with the portal. This information is mainly to show us that each one of us, we have been planted on different portals, different stargates, different vortices. And now we are physically embodying those portals. And we are being prepared to bring information through from other timelines and other galaxies, fulfilling our mission here. Because that's one of my things as well, is to bring information from the other side and share it with all. So this is where I am right now. And I'm still processing all of this. I'm still aligning with it. I'm still not completely stable. Stable in the sense, like physically, it's very wobbly. Well, that's it. So right now, we have all got to be very mindful of everything that's happening. We have to continuously work on our inner work as well. And we have to continuously anchor the energies that are coming through, anchor the information that is coming through. We don't have to share everything right now if we have not made sense of it till now. Every information that is coming through, all the new codes that are coming through now are being activated within us, and that information stays in us, and we will receive exactly what we need when we need, and we can share it. So it's like we are just constantly being downloaded with information and codes that we will be working with in the near future, in the present, and moving into the near future, because there is no looking back now. We have planted the seeds. This dragon was very special. She came through with the eggs and brought in the seeds that we needed to plant, and this was done last year. And
may I ask you when exactly this dragon came forth to you with the seed egg? Around what time of the last year?
This was, I don't remember the time. I don't remember the month, but it was very early. Not last year. I think this was in 2018 end or 18 end or 19, I think. And she clearly specified that anything that we need to anchor now has to be done from the heart space. We have to put the mind aside. There is no logic to anything that is going on right now. We have to be centered in our heart, open our hearts to give and to receive. All the information that's coming through is coming through the heart center, and it's important to be centered in the heart.
It is true. They're just really powerful, and they speak to that high consciousness within us, and at so many different levels, and the frequency is so strong. She so much resonates with me, and the dragon I've painted myself with the egg in the middle. Like, I also have received similar downloads with the egg and the golden shield, and there is the avatar within it with the same similar even light language that you have. I'm like feeling that same energy when I painted one of my paintings with the same similarities, actually. And also that painting I drew, it has the white dragon as well, like partially. I drew the eye and the tail wrapped around it. It is so fascinating how we are receiving these downloads in bits and pieces. And as you said, in the right timing, we will be in the space to share or to weave together all these knowledge that we have received. It's fascinating.
It is, isn't it? Are you getting any light language right now after?
I am so overwhelmed. Like, I am so overwhelmed, and like my whole being is strongly buzzing.
It would be nice
and
if you
I
could...
you painted...
Sorry?
You've painted the dolphin. You painted a dolphin along with your dragons, and I also have painted this similar. I've painted a whale, actually, that came just before the dragon painting. So I'm like feeling this synchronicity of the downloads that are being given to light workers around the world. And I'm actually contemplating how important it is for us to come together. And I know we're going to be coming together at the right time, that we are brought together, like no doubt about it. And the importance of coming together to weave all these downloads, they're not ours. They are just to be woven into the tapestry of this whole consciousness for humanity. And it's really, it's fascinating. My heart is pounding and my whole body is shivering right now.
Yeah, it's like we each have a piece of the puzzle, and then eventually we've got to put it all together. So we will be called to do that as well, and we are doing it right now. But it's like putting everything together, and it's going to get very exciting now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can feel it in the stomach. It's like these butterflies. I wake up in the middle of the night with this energy swirling up, and there's these butterflies in my stomach, and there's all this excitement, and there's something, around the corner, but you don't quite see it as yet. And it's like so much of a confirmation as to you're doing what you've come here to do and not just wasting your time. For quite a long time, I thought I was just wasting my time, not being of use to anyone, not doing anything, Even now, there are days when there's nothing happening, and you just walk around the house thinking, what do I do with myself? But then that is all, like giving ourselves time to, just process everything that's come through. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes years and years and years of practice. And It's for me,
Exactly. And it's
it's
the
been,
time to assimilate it, like, you know, like those days when you think like I'm not doing anything, you're walking around the house, you are assimilating these energies and these frequencies so you can become the embodiment, so that you can pass it on. Like, and besides our nervous system, our physical body, it's not prepared to receive these high frequencies. You know, like I read the book Initiation, and it speaks about the days in Egypt. And I know from your recollection and remembrance of your lifetime in Egypt, the initiate had to go through a process not to only strengthen that body mind soul connection, to make the body and especially the nervous system equipped and ready to receive these high frequencies. Now when we receive high frequencies and our bodies cannot handle it, we go through these physical ailments, we go through these you know, even mood swings, we go through all of these things that we kind of cannot comprehend why it's happening. It's just we are receiving the energies, and yet we're still not ready to take it all in or assimilate it as fast. That's why we take those 10 days or 15 days or even long period to assimilate the energy, so we can put it out. Like you put it into your paintings, I do the same, others they write it down, so everybody is into this, and it is happening.
Yeah, it's when we are in the creative flow, is when we are processing it, and it's the best way to do it. So just do whatever it is that comes to you, you know, like naturally, just keep doing that, and we just keep processing the energies. I was completely down and out. I had to step away since January. I've not been in touch with my regular friends and the people that I've you know been in touch with for so long. I just had to step back because there was like too much coming through, and it's not been easy physically. It's headaches and so much, you know, challenging moments for the physical body. I'm chugging down chamomilla mother tincture every day. It's like- but you see, we just have to allow it. It's like the minute we try to resist it, or the minute we try to make sense of it, it gets too much to do. So just most days I'm just lying in bed, and just the whole day goes by and I've not done anything, and I'm just like, okay, I can make it happen, I can let it go, I can just let it be. So yeah, it's not been easy. And then last month I was again, it's like the dragons, they don't let you sit around for too long, you know. It's like, okay, now get on with it, now move it, you know. It's like, so I was very clearly again given instructions to move forward with the paintings, and they said it has to now expand more than what has already been done. So I decided to go with making like high vibrational clothing, and I pulled out of 4 paintings, and I got these t-shirts printed. And
I'm so looking forward to receiving mine.
yours have
I'm like
not
so
arrived
looking.
yet. Yeah.
They have their own perfect divine timing. They're on the way.
Well, it's India, you know, everything takes long. Everything takes longer than normally anywhere else. So yeah, and then it was clear it has to be connected to a cause. So I know someone close by who runs a orphanage with children who are positive with HIV/AIDS, and I decided that I will, all the t-shirts that are sold, a part of it will go for as a donation to those children. So it's not just me, it's anyone who is buying the t-shirts automatically connect to a bigger cause, automatically connect to a more expanded consciousness, connect to the
Exactly.
collective.
Exactly. There's no
Yeah.
better way than to expand, but to share the infinite abundance.
Right.
And
So
when you
I'm
become
also
the
working
portal
on,
of shared abundance, it is how we grow individually and collectively. And yes, guys, you can connect with Gayatri. I have shared the link to your page, and we'll share it again here in the comments. So that people can directly come connect with you and order your incredible shirts. And with this, I just like been imagining myself wearing a shirt with a beautiful dragon
I'm
that says
wearing it.
compassion. Yes, I can see that. I can see that, and it's beautiful. So looking forward to receiving mine, and I know the message is gonna spread in a lot of people. They will find their way as we are all awakening right now and feeling into the expansion that's happening. So whoever is watching us right now, this is a great invitation and for a great cause to connect with Gayatri and order some of these high vibrational clothing so that you can connect with the energy and the frequency of the dragon and help the kids in Rajasthan. You told me the places in Rajasthan.
Yeah, in Jaipur.
Enjoy.
So I'm also working on making journals. So just two different dragons from the ones that are on the t-shirt. The sample has not been able to come through till now. It's been 2 weeks. He's been telling me every day, I'll do it tomorrow. But as I said, in India, nothing is easy. So there will be journals as well, and the t-shirts and everything that's sold. It's not going to continue for too long. I feel it's just like a one-time thing. So
It's
all
a
the
limited
t-shirts.
edition. It's like a
Yeah,
limited edition.
right.
Yeah. That goes for a great cause. And I understood. Hopefully, we will connect to the largest audience on that. And also your deck of cards are always available for for oracle readers and spiritual teachers, and they can connect with you also for that. Which is
Yes,
I
anyone.
saw you picking up the deck, and I'm so excited for our next stage of the session to go through the deck. And while you're like going through the deck to pick up some, I will play the singing bowl alongside that for you.
Perfect. So maybe we'll just ask for guidance for what's going on right now for the collective, and each one of us, what is it that we need the most right now.
And also the viewers, you can leave your questions in the comment and I will pass them on to Gayatri. I can see we have few viewers already in the live right now. Just leave your questions.
Okay, so I got the card. It's connected to the throat chakra, this dragon. And since we asked for a message for the collective right now, it's important that we keep the communication lines open. It's important to speak our truth. This card is about self-expression. So what's most important right now is to express exactly what you feel within, and allow that energy to move through. Speak your truth at all times and make sure there is nothing that stops you from communicating freely, openly. It's the communication that is going to bring through all the information, which is no,
we're just going through right now. We're just
which
being
we are going through right now.
Where it's all about transparency and just being ourselves, sharing our true self for with the collective, and we know that's going to attract the right energy for the right people and for ourselves. And once we open up the throat and we express ourselves, our true divine self, we will receive.
Right. Speak your truth, share your truth, and live by your truth. Because that's what's going to get us on the other side with all this confusion and chaos going on in the world. Don't let anyone stop you from communicating the truth. Don't let anything stop you from closing down and not being able to express. So this is about self-expression. Express yourself clearly, widely, and no matter what is coming your way, you will pass through it.
And self-expression is related to our deepest desires, and these deepest the desires, when they are expressed, they become a fast manifestation. You know,
Right.
it's just when you express your own through authentic self, you express with that sense of knowing also, that is coming from
Right.
that place of deep compassion, unconditional love, and you're expressing your divinity through the words and the thoughts. You know, like the manifestation becomes even
Right.
magic.
Anything that you express from your heart comes directly from source. The next card I got is abundance.
Exactly.
And this is where we are moving into. This is our future from where we are right now. So it's important to be who you are. It's important to stand by yourself, no matter how alone you feel right now, and tune into the abundance that is within, not just outside. It's not just, abundance is not about external things. It's not about material things. Abundance is within us. When you tune into your own abundance, you automatically open yourself to receiving the abundance that has been waiting for you on the outside. So I just have two cards. If there is a card that you want me to pull, and if you have a question, I can do that. But this is the main message for now, is to tune into your abundance, speak your truth, keep your communication lines open, and everything will be presented to you exactly the way you need it, when you need it, how you need it.
Exactly. All in divine, perfect divine timing.
All in divine timing.
It's wonderful, wonderful. It is so exciting to share this space with the dragons. As you know, here in the mountains where I'm at, there's a very also strong dragon connection, and I shared that with you quite a lot. And you know, yesterday here in the village, there was a whole day celebration in a way. And most of the practices are shamanic, so there was a lot of drumming and this intense invocation of the energies. So you know, like what comes through in those moments, it's so powerful, it is so overwhelming. It is a beautiful overwhelming. And sometimes you know, like later on, when I have had processed or had enough time to process what I have received, is when the message comes through, or the picture comes through, or the painting comes through. It is so powerful to just be in this vortex. And now actually I'm setting the intention to connect with all the pillars of light within this geographic location, so that we can co-create and we can weave for this land, this motherland. And it's very powerful to weave here, because there's a lot that it's needed to unfold for the people, to for the veil to lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are the ones doing it, and we just need to keep doing our work, irrespective of who you know. We don't need any validation. We don't need anyone, you know, to tell us whether it's the right thing, or what it is that we need to do. So we've just got to keep doing our work, and it will happen. I've noticed that a lot of people are waking up, but at the same time, I've also noticed that there's like this complete amnesia. There are some people who are getting very clear information, and yet they're not able to understand why is it that they're getting that information. Um, the only thing is that maybe they just need time. I don't know. Um, I don't know exactly who is where, but we've got to accept everything as it is, and just allow and let people be where they are, because everyone is going through a massive shift right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone will be there in their own right timing.
Exactly, exactly. The shift is happening and the awakening is happening, whether they are ready to acknowledge it and just embody it, which is the most painful process, which a lot of the time we try to avoid the pain, you
Yeah.
know, and we'll end up going through more pain because we are in this turmoil and this kind of a little conflict within.
Yeah, there is no bypassing it. So that's the thing people need to understand, is that you cannot bypass it. You can ignore it, you can let it be, but it will keep coming back because it's something that you need to, to do right now. And the time when it got really intense for me, which was in December, January, earlier when I've been through these phases, I've asked for it to, sort of be adjusted to my pace, and it would be done that way so I could process it, at my own pace. But then December, January, when it got really intense, I asked for it to be adjusted at my pace, and I was clearly, just, it was like, it cannot be done now. There is no adjusting to anyone's pace. It has to be intense. It has to be the way it is. The momentum has to go on, because all of this purging that we had to do was to be done till March, and March onwards, coming into April, we needed to get into the other side of it. And we needed to make that shift. So now we are like moving forward, and even though we've not been able to process all of it, that's okay, as long as we manage to go through the intensity till March and make it through. Since we've made it through and we're alive, that's confirmation enough that we will keep moving forward.
We can go through the portals that are coming up. I know that the 555 is another strong portal coming up on the 5th of May 2021, which is make up that 555 portal. And it's kind of intense, and it is the one that it's gonna in a way shake us further into this new reality that we have been living, that the reality we have created. It's kind of gonna put us not on track. It's gonna show us that the track that we have paved, it is the track. It like means carry on with the work. Like, even though it's gonna get more chaotic outside, which is also you see on so many levels, there is a strong affirmation about this new Lemuria that's awakening, this new level of consciousness that we are tapping into, this new codes and downloads that we will be receiving. And they're gonna be in the highest good, regardless how painful it might be. Which is sometimes a lot of people would ask me, you spiritual people think of the angel and the dragons and this and that, and you're channeling, and the next thing you're having all these pains and all this suffering, and you look miserable for days. What's the joy in doing all of that? What is the joy in connected to the dragon, and you have 10 days in bed? So it is, you become the vessel. It's no
Right.
longer you.
Yeah, we are going through the labor pains, and it's not easy birthing a new you. It's not easy birthing a new world. So whoever thought it was going to be easy, well, let's do a reality check here. It's not easy, and nothing is easy. So why look for things which are going to just come very easily to you? It's the fruit of the labor that is most, powerful once you've been through all of that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
every day is a new understanding. Every day is, you wake up feeling new. It not just feels new from inside. Every day it's like I'm not a very big human being. I'm a small size human, but there are days when I feel like 5 times bigger than who I am. And there's this dragon which has been waking up inside me since a week now. And this dragon is huge. It's huge. So when we say the dragon energy, it's not something which is outside of you. It's your own energy which is waking up. You're connecting to those parts of you which you have not connected till now. Maybe you have not acknowledged it till now. You just need to accept it and allow that to unfold from within. It's us waking up to ourselves of exactly who we have been and who we are and who we are in the making.
Exactly. Nothing's outside of us. This whole universe is just ecstatically dancing within. And as we dance the Sima within, we start merging with all those fractals. Actually, we start merging those fractals of ourselves, all of those cells from all of dimensions. They are just within. And it is fascinating to just sit and witness and be in this witnessing stand, with how the body is reacting, how the thoughts process, how your consciousness is expanding to things, and connecting with other light workers, other healers, sometimes I'm not good with labels, other beings who are in that same process. You feel that you're never alone, and you're never meant to go through this whole process alone. And I always advise all of the Nerika family to just reach out. You have to go through your process alone, but when you are held in a space that it is showering compassion and unconditional love upon you, and you are heard, your process becomes much smoother and easier. So there are many out there who are just in that space of unconditional love, with big heart open, big arms open to receive us.
Yeah. And we're supported not just by our soul family. We're even supported by beings on the other side. I've had quite a few visions in meditation where I've seen the entire planet and us on one side and all of them on the other side, and they're all there. It's there.
Exactly.
Because we're making it happen together. We're not alone. There are beings from other galaxies, there are beings from other planets who are helping us through this process, because the earth is birthing herself into the new. And when she ascends, we ascend together. And it's not just her, it's like the entire universe is watching this beautiful game that's happening on our planet. And when you can see what the whole view, it's something you could never imagine. It's something I never ever imagined I would be doing or all this time. It's fascinating.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's too much to process it sometimes. And sometimes you just got to just shut yourself from the world and just be. And everything just is falling into place now. We've just got to be very strong. Because it's something that we all agreed to do at some point. We all agreed to be here. We all agreed to do this, but we forget, and so we are all just remembering why we are here.
It is a great time of remembrance.
Yes.
Great times to be here and to be in this sacred space. Would you like to conclude the session with a little bit of light language activation?
You will be doing the light language. I don't speak the light language. I only paint it. So if you can do us the honor of doing that, maybe with your bowl, and just bring
Everything
through
I felt it through today. I feel the call to just share what came through. Nete 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 re te we he ene ye re nete 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 ye re he ene ye te wene 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 wete re yete ne yete nere yete ne he ye we ne he ene yete ne yete ne ye re ye he ene yete ne yete nete nete re nete 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 rewe uwe wereyetene wereyetene weke ehe eretete yenete nenete yenete reyete. We are loved unconditionally.
Thank you. I can describe to you what I saw while you were bringing the light codes through. So there was this like a river of a crystal river that you opened, like a crystalline water codes that came through, and it came through right your heart. So it was this crystal river frequency that was flowing through your heart and out for everyone who is ready to receive it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Can't help it. My heartbeats are just racing.
Yeah.
Your dragon and your presence and this beautiful presence of divine beings around. It's bringing us together as one, as in oneness. I'm very honored to have had you tonight on the episode.
The honor is all mine. Thank you so much.
It's been amazing to connect with you and the dragons and to share these moments together, Gayatri. I'm very blessed. In Oneness will air with a new episode. These days, I have become more with the flow of the universe guidance. I had done it on a weekly basis, but lately, as you said, since January, a lot of shifts have been happening with me as well. So I'm just, I can't say I personally chose to scale down on the frequency of the episode. It's just, I just go with the guidance. Today, you have to do it. And even with the meditations that I used to host at least 4 times a week now, it's almost none there. It's I feel it's needed to be this way for the time being, so I don't force it. I just flow with it. But I will come again on the new episode of Oneness.
We will.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your presence. And for our guests who have been watching with us here, thank you so much on Facebook and guests on YouTube. Thank you so much. We will see you very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you're at. Stay blessed and stay connected.